ready.
Am I going
So you do your normal pre-preparation. Alright, so you sanitize her and then you push the cuticles back.
I'm going to move your book. Someone's book over here.
I think that's
mine. Or yours?
That teacher's one, I think it was.
Most of mine.
Alright, so yesterday we came across something that you guys haven't come across, but Michelle did, where her client had really thick cuticles, so we had to put some cuticle remover to soften it. She's not too bad. I can push her cuticles back, but usually biters and neglect usually have thick cuticles. So I prep her nail in exactly the same way as you would if she was a normal client. She's a normal client.
She's not much there to prep, is there?
And I noticed too that Michelle has ridges. So if she's got ridges, you go with the grain of the ridge, right? Don't saw her away until you start to make her bleed though.
What would the ridges be from, do you know?
Oh, diet,
Diet.
hereditary, age, trauma.
So it could be potentially from like acrylics. You use acrylics and stuff.
Only if you, no, not really, no. I don't have a lot of ridges and I've had acrylic for ages. I never take them off, ever. And whoever says they need to breathe, does your hair breathe?
Oh, there's a big write-up about that.
Your hair and your nails do not breathe. But they have to be aired out because they won't heal unless you don't have anything on it. Alright, so now I've prepped my lady and I'm going to size her tip. So when you're sizing the biter's nails, you don't size it on her nail, you size it at the walls. So that's a bit too small.
So sort of like at the end, you pretend you...
Yep. So that smile line sits on her skin. Okay? So all of a sudden, what I've done is I've given that the illusion of elongating. So I size my tips first, make sure that my wall is parallel to her wall. Would that be right? Does that look right? Alright. So this is going to be her nail.
So the well
with the glue
is my...
So with these
free
glues,
edge,
yeah.
kind of, yeah.
Your
well
so I've
is
got
a free
more
edge.
nail for my product to adhere and keep that down. So I'm going to pierce a hole in this because, you know, they kind of haven't got that part right either with doing gel glue. With making, sorry. And either with an orange wood stick or with this, I get a little bit of gel glue, put it into the well, and there's Michelle's nail. Make sure you take off all the glue from your cuticle pusher. In fact, because I don't trust it, I'm going to get some acetone.
Does the drying time on the gel glue, is it
Longer.
longer?
So that's why I'm not too fast. I'm not too fast and I've got to help it now. So I help it a little bit. And in conjunction with my vial glue, because I'm not patient, I don't like waiting, so I will glue that on top of that. Got any glue in here? So, you just place it on the skin and you wait.
So the gel glue just pretty much sits on the skin.
So you can do this with acrylic as well. You can place a little bit of acrylic into the well and the acrylic will stick to her skin. Either or. I just find that the glue is not as messy as the acrylic. If I don't want to have to smell that stuff, I don't want to.
So it doesn't go on.
No.
So it's not actually touching...
Oh, only one side because your shape is lopsided.
Right.
So one
I've
little...
chewed one side more than the other.
Yeah. So the little wing,
Yeah.
the little
I
wing
didn't
is
notice
just
that, but I would've
touching.
chewed it too.
So you see,
Oh yeah, so it's just literally that corner
Just
there
touching.
that's touching.
All right. So this, if it's not 100% dry, it will start to rise. The gel glue will rise. All right. So you'll see all this little sugary stuff. I'm not going to give it the chance to do that. So I'm going to thread a bit of vial glue in there. Glue on top of glue, and you might feel a little bit of heat.
Yeah, it feels warm.
Yeah.
It feels like the gel glue actually feels.
Because the glue, with glue, I mean, this stuff, that's, now I know why they sniff it. Because it sends off a vapor. And don't sniff glue. It's on video. But, and now I'm going to clean that because it's gone on my nail plate, which is no big deal because that all forms a skin. I can file it. But if it's still wet, you're going to get your file stuck.
So having glued it to the skin, that doesn't irritate.
No. Noise. Where's your receipt?
I'm just testing you.
Okay, so I'm going to clean that.
So what's that acetone? Oh,
That's just a bit of acetone. It doesn't matter if it goes on the nail because this dehydrates anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So would I cut it now?
No, you wait.
No.
Well,
Wait.
also, so the skin's not more flexible in terms of, you know how.
Well, that's only hanging by a thread. So you
Yeah.
can see her real natural nail. And this is where your colour blend colours would come into the picture where people have got colour blend, like
the
a
cover-
blush.
The
Colour,
pinks,
yep.
cover pink.
So you
cover
would
pinks.
you would have use it like a cover pink to cover that. Me, I don't. I would use nail art because your cover pinks when you go for your refill, they look dirty
Yeah. Because it.
and they break because the more pigment anything has, the more break in, chip in. Yeah.
So when you go to cut that now.
Ah.
Oh, no. But when you go to cut that now, because it's on the skin, like, is there, you know how
You watch.
they.
I perform
there'll be
miracles.
less.
No, because you will
Like,
cut
tension.
right where the acrylic finishes.
So you do your acrylic to where you want it to, and
So
then
I
cut
put
it.
my gel bonder.
So that way you get the
So-
strap before you cut it.
Whether you're putting gel, whether you're putting acrylic, whether you're putting acrylic gel,
So
you
you
would
use the
stop.
tip as a form, sort of.
Yeah. And then just chop off what you don't need.
All right, so then we're ready to rock and roll.
Ah.
Would I put a French on her? No, can't, no deal.
Yeah.
I can put white acrylic and make a white
Make your own smile.
free edge, but I'm lazy, so I'll paint it in French gel. It's more one way to skin a cat. All right, let's acrylic her. Sorry. It's easier with acrylic to do this than with acrylic gel, but it's not to say that you can't.
I think he just pops up by itself every now
Yeah,
and then.
relax. All right, so I won't brush it all the way down because when I cut it, I don't want to serrate. I don't want to break the teeth of my edge cutters. So only brush it up to where her length is. That's perfect. I actually enjoy doing this.
Something
And-
different.
And you work with your client. She's got good nail beds too and good sidewalls. You can get some really bad people who chew their skin as well.
Till there's nothing left.
I just hope it's not daycare.
Oh, that's you. Now, I'm walking this down to where I want the length, okay? Now, she's a biter. Same with your theory before, Nikita. I'm going to recommend that she has them of a reasonable length, not too long.
Yeah, I don't know. I normally have them really short, just because.
And plus, if she's doing lash extensions, she doesn't want them too long. Then,
People do it. People do it.
All right, so I've made my length